St. Luke's family and friends. I'm Reverend Michelle Kaminsky, and I'm here to let you know about some discussions we've been having here at St. Luke's about a possible time change to our worship services, moving them from their current times of 9 o'clock and 10:30 a.m. back to the pre-pandemic times of 9:30 and 11 o'clock a.m. The origin of having a 9 o'clock and 10:30 service stemmed from the need in the spring of 2020 to go from 3 services to 2. In that process, before Reverend Liza and I arrived at St. Luke's, it was decided that to be fair to everyone, 1 service would be eliminated and the remaining 2 services would adjust their times so the entire community would absorb the changes and not just one group of worshipers. And then the pandemic hit Colorado, and shortly after, everything shut down. And then Reverend Liza and I came on board in July. And thankfully, we are now out of the worst of the pandemic, but what we realized is that we never really had time to live into the 9 o'clock and 10:30 worship times. And now that we are back full swing, we are seeing how worshiping at 9 o'clock and 10:30 is impacting us, especially those in our community with younger children. Over the summer, some of our families with children were expressing their desire to get back to the 9:30 and 11 o'clock worship times, as it would allow them more time on Sunday mornings to make it to church. We heard them, and I reached out to these families, and I asked them 3 things. First, what are the key reasons you desire to have this time change? Second, would this time change result in more frequent and consistent attendance for you and your family? And 3, are there other families you know of that would benefit from this time change? And what I learned was the key reason they would like a 9:30 or 11 o'clock service is that they rush every other morning to have their kids ready for school, so having a more calm morning on Sundays would be so welcomed. There were a lot of other reasons, but they also said this time change would result in more frequent and consistent attendance for them, and they all said they knew other families who would love this time change as well. I then reached out to staff, various groups and classes, key leaders, and folks who don't have children at home to see how they would feel about a possible time change. And overwhelmingly, they were supportive. Some even saying it would help out their mornings as well. So now I'm at the point where I want to hear from you, if I haven't already. Would you support moving our worship services back to the 9:30 and 11 o'clock times? I'm especially interested in hearing from you if you have a concern about this, as your voice matters. So please reach out to me at michelle@stlukeshr.com by December 1st and let me know your thoughts. If I don't hear from you, I will assume that you support this. I also want to quickly let you know our next steps. After I gather the feedback on December 1st, I will bring all of this information to our exec team on December 4th, where we will vote on moving from 9 o'clock and 10:30 a.m. to 9:30 and 11 o'clock a.m. We have already had 2 meetings where we discussed this. We just want to make sure we hear all voices that want to be heard. If the vote passes, we would begin this time change on Christmas Day. And since Christmas is on a Sunday this year, we would only have 1 service at 9:30. Christmas Day is an easy day to remember the start of something new, so it makes sense to begin this time change then. Thank you so much, St. Luke's, for your dedication to our worship services. I am truly honored to be your pastor. I look forward to hearing from you.